Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Whether it's hot yoga, over 100-degree weather, or too much sun. Gatorlight, with a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes, was scientifically designed to help move fluids into the body faster for rapid rehydration. Shop now at retailers nationwide. Gatorlight hydrates faster than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
Running a small business means I wear lots of hats. When I put on my hiring hat, I can count on LinkedIn Hiring Pro to make it easy. LinkedIn Hiring Pro helps manage my hiring workflow, puts my job post in front of a unique network of professionals, and matches me with the best candidates for my business. I can also share my job with my network. No other job site lets me do that. No wonder most small businesses say they'd use LinkedIn Hiring Pro again. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey, Coach. Kind of hijacked the podcast for a couple days, and I'm just sharing little pieces of live masterclass I've been running for, almost a month. Just sharing some of the things that I do for as far as the preseason before the basketball season starts. I call it winthepreseason.com. We talk about culture and philosophy. Those are big things right now in communication. We talk about practice planning and season planning, which I think is really important because you really have to buy back your time if you're going to be a successful coach and have a successful life outside the court. And then we talk about evaluation and assessment and player development. It's a couple hours. We're just going to give you a short little piece here, but if you want to see the whole thing, go over and check it out at winthepreseason.com. All right, let's head off to the podcast.
Yeah. Practice planning, pre-scouting, and then the third framework. All right, now we have to build the players. We built the culture. All right, we built the strategy. We built the program. We're building the program. We're building the strategy. Now we got to build the players. The players are kind of like the fuel that makes the engine go.
Yeah.
All right, so and when we talk about building players, we have to evaluate and assess them. All right, parents don't like to hear this. We do this every single day. Well, you have to wait until the first day of practice. We do this every single day. We're watching them. Hey, Susie's getting a lot better. Do you see what she's doing now? She couldn't do that a month ago. We have to gauge their commitment, and we have to hold them accountable to their commitment. And then we have to develop them.
And this is a lost one. I think people do the first one. They think about culture and philosophy.
Yeah.
I think they do the second one. They think about strategy. How am I going to handle someone? I think people lose this a little bit. I've told Coach this multiple times. The most important day of the year is the day you pick your team. Because if number 12 or number 14 does not work, it is going to mess up. It's going to that apple cart is going to be all messed up. As a head coach, the day you pick your staff and the day you take your team are the most two important because it is. I remember I had a mentor of mine tell me it's like making soup, Coach. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, like picking a team is like making soup. You could make vegetable soup. I make vegetable soup. Both can taste good, but I might put more onions. You might put more carrots. That's okay. The key is the mixture has to be right for you. And is number 13 get it? Does number 12 get it? Does number 7 understand he's 7 and not 5? And that's we deal with that kind of in some of our evaluation tools throughout the year to kind of figure out where's the kid's brain and where is the player's brain. So that's
let's do that. So how do you evaluate and assess your players?
So every day, like all 13 of them that I saw today, it's like how's school going?
You do your assessment. But you're also kind of hinting at about getting to know what they think, where they think they're at, and have them assess themselves.
So there's two here. So the one left is kind of a generic one I use. I don't have to use it too much because I tend to send that down with my JV or freshman teams or sophomore teams. But that's just some of the basic values that I think are important. The one on the right, I use forms of that even postseason, but this is a really important tool in the sense that I have them fill out. I want to know there's a couple things. I want to know where they think they are. So there's ranges. Do you think you're the first to fifth? The freshman, this is great because we're at a big school and kids are coming from 3 different middle schools, or coming from private schools, or coming from other parts of town. So I want to know, where do you think you are? And so it's a ranking, and I think I'm the 3rd best player. And the freshmen think you're the 23rd best player, or vice versa. I want to know that. There's some other things in there about, I make them draw a play up or not a bounce play. I want them to have to evaluate so I can evaluate their base knowledge and kind of what they know and what they don't know. I think that's important moving forward.
Well, I think self-awareness.
Self-awareness is huge.
Is a skill, or is it a skill?
Adults have a problem with that.
Yeah. That's a very important characteristic that, I think if we're all walking down the street or walking into rooms, like, there's a lot of people that just are very unaware of what's going on in their general area. But it's like they need to know where their strengths are, what their weaknesses are. They need to have, again, I've asked kids that we've done Q&As with this kid at the beginning of the year, like, hey, what do you want to accomplish? Or, what do you want to do? Is I want to play basketball at Ohio State. And I'm like,
you might not make my team.
Yeah. It's like, you're not really even a starter yet, but they don't have that awareness. They think,
right.
It's nice to have that ambition, but they need to know where they're at so they can know what they need to do to get where they want to go.
Yep. And I have them do that preseason, and then I have all of my players do it postseason. Everybody in my program does it postseason. We do it by groups kind of, but I want to know, well, you think you're the 3rd best returning player, and we have everybody in our program, from coaches to managers to everybody, evaluate. And the average is a 9 and you think you're a 3. Well, we have to have a discussion. Sometimes it works the other way, coach. A kid thinks he's 5 and I think he's 2.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Well, this is a problem too. So I got to boost you up a little bit. You're better than that.
Some kids don't have the confidence, and sometimes we have to coach that up. Something we're not kind of out of the scope of what we're talking about. You have to coach a player's confidence up levels too.
You do. That's a whole different masterclass is confidence. Yes, the difference in confidence and ego. There's a big difference on that.
Yeah.
But yes, I think that, and we'll share these with you. But I think they're great. Whether parents want to admit it or not, my boss evaluates me every day. Are they in my classroom watching me, do my, checks for understanding kind of things? No, but they're evaluating me. Am I showing up on time? Am I working hard? Am I talking to the kid? It's the same thing. I'm evaluating them every day. The parents might not want to admit it, but I am. It's human nature. So, but anyway, these tools, I think both these tools will be very helpful.
Yeah.
NFL football season is here, which means when you switch to Verizon, it feels like
touchdown,
because you get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube on us when you buy an eligible 5G phone on select unlimited plans, which means you can watch every out-of-market game every Sunday afternoon. And it's all on us. Now that's the Verizon way to kick off the NFL football season right. Switch and get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube on us, only with Verizon.
This episode is brought to you by ChatGPT. Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast. Have you guys heard about ChatGPT work? It's the new way to use ChatGPT for bigger multi-step projects. And when you need more than just answers, give ChatGPT work access to your apps and files, and it can create real work documents like spreadsheets, slides, and structured reports. Get started at chatgpt.com by selecting work mode, available on Plus and Pro plans.